Hello there, this is Lila St. Matthew Daniel again. I'm here to talk about the 15 warning signs of an abusive relationship. I work in the area of domestic violence and abuse. I counsel, advocate, and I have interventions. And most times, it's best to address the root cause of a lot of things and to put certain guidelines into place. The pathetic thing is that a lot of women and sometimes men, they see some of the signs, but they do not take cognizance of it as of that period of time. Sometimes it's because of the feelings that they have. Sometimes it's because of the need to get married. And at the point where they are deciding to get married, they do not take cognizance of all of this and believe that after marriage it can be fixed. No, after marriage it most times cannot be fixed. So the last video I spoke about 7 of the warning signs. I'm going to talk about the remaining 8, but let me quickly go over the 7, which if your partner displays a combination of these behaviors, you may have a potential batterer on your hands, and it will be wise to seek counsel immediately and put a support situation into place. I talked about number 1, being pushy for quick involvement. Number 2, excessively possessive, jealous. Number 3, controlling, wants to control everything that you do. Number 4, has unrealistic expectations of what you are capable of doing and not doing. Number 5, isolates you, cuts you off from everybody so that he can have time to deal with you the way he wants to. Number 6, blames others for problems or mistakes, everybody else but himself. Number 7, makes everyone else responsible for his feelings. He says, you make me angry instead of I am angry, taking responsibility. So let's go to number 8 now. Hypersensitivity. He's easily insulted. Oh, yes, claiming that his feelings are hurt when he's really mad. He'll rave and rant about the injustice of things that are just a part of life. Everybody else but him. Number 9, cruelty to animals and to children. It's amazing how a person's personality can be read through cruelty to animals and children. They expect children to do things that are far beyond their ability. And sometimes when they don't, they beat them. There is, admonishing a child with this, with a little bit here and there, but to actually beat up a child to leave marks, now that is terrible. And of course, when they tease to the point that they make them cry, those are signs. Number 10, playful use of force during sex. Enjoys throwing you down or holding you against your will during sex. Says he finds the idea of rape exciting. Now, when you now show some reticence, he says, oh, I'm only joking. That's no joke. I believe you mean. Verbal abuse. That's number 11. Criticizes you or says blatantly cruel, hurtful things. Degrades, curses, calls you ugly names. This may also involve sleep deprivation because they are so obsessed with causing pain, they'll wake you up with relentless verbal abuse. This happens with couples who live together or are already married. It just wears you down until you are a shadow of yourself. Number 12, rigid sex roles, expects you to serve, obey, and remain at home. Doesn't see you as his equal, nor respects you. Tells you every reason why you should be grateful that he got married to you. Brings you down in every way. Number 13, sudden mood swings. Switches from sweetly loving to explosively violent in a matter of minutes, or even more confusing within seconds. A Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of situation is very confusing because, you don't know which way to go and you don't know what to do. Number 14, past battering. Admits to hitting a woman in the past, but says that they made him do it. Same allocation of blame. Or a situation suddenly brought it on, but he didn't mean to. A batterer is a batterer, whether you didn't mean to or not. All of us are capable of lashing out, but we need to exercise control. Number 15, threats of violence. Make statements like, if I can't have you, no one else will. Or, I could kill you. Then dismisses them with, everybody talks that way. Or, I didn't really mean it. If he has come this far, let me tell you, it is time to get help or get out. Because one of these days, one of those playful threats will come to pass. So let me end by saying, never think you are to blame. The potential batterer is completely dysfunctional. He knows what he's doing. He is in control to a certain point. Because even when sometimes they are in a violent, reactionary rage, if somebody else comes in that they respect as of that point in time, they cease almost immediately. When they leave, they continue. So you must learn to differentiate between compassion for a person who exhibits this kind of traits and common sense. If you find yourself being violent during conflict, then you have an issue to resolve within. Let us help you. The batterer too has an issue. The one who stays within an abusive situation has an issue. So if you find or suspect someone to being abused, or you yourself you are being abused, don't keep silent. We're here to help you. There are quite a number of intervention agencies around. This is Axe Generation. You can see us on www.axegeneration.org, or you can call on 08178351460 to talk even about the points I've given you. There's nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to fear. Act before abuse turns into a murder case. This is Lila St. Matthew Daniel, and be safe. Think of yourself, respect yourself, and put boundaries where nobody should be able to hurt you. Have a pleasant day. Till next time.